Welcome back to another episode of What the Fuck Are the Planets Doing Today? I'm your host, Brooke, and let's dive into the chart, shall we? So, the sun is officially at 6 degrees of Virgo and is completely out of that square with Uranus. Yay! Things will start feeling a little bit more stable. However, we still have Venus within a 3-degree orb of that opposition with Pluto. So there still could be some towers with relationships, even money. Hold on, okay? Because by tomorrow, we're going to see Venus really starting to move on out, okay? So when we hit that 5-degree orb, it's going to start feeling a lot better. And we are at 3, so hold on, okay? Mars is at 14 degrees of Libra and is within a 10-degree orb of that conjunction with Zeus. Now, Zeus is still in that opposition with Chiron and Eris. And the moon is starting off conjunct Poseidon. And as you can see, Lilith is conjunct the moon. So they're all within a 4-degree orb of each other, which is a conjunction, okay? However, they're not exact. And we're going to feel this get a little bit more exact by tomorrow. The moon's going to be finishing up its time in Scorpio, so it's going to be out. They are in a trine with Jupiter and the North Node. So there's going to be fated things that happen. There is a lot of frustration and anger in the air, okay? Do a lot of root work. Like, focus on your root work. Really, because anger, frustration, aggression, all of that lives in the root chakra. So you might need to ground. You might need to clear that energy, okay? Just remember, it's not happening to me. It's happening for me, all right? Now, we're starting off with Mercury at 22 degrees. And within a 3-degree orb of that trine with Eris, 4-degree orb of that trine with Chiron. So we truly could hear more in regards to WAR. I am praying that today is okay. I am praying that today things go smoothly. I'm praying that today nothing happens. Because we still have the nodes at 18 degrees, Mercury's at 22 degrees, and you all know it doesn't matter what we have at that degree, there is a lot that happens. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Mercury, it doesn't matter if it's the nodes, it doesn't matter if it's Mars, it doesn't matter if it's Jupiter or Venus, okay? You see, like, those degrees do bring some combative energy. So just remember that. Lean more into this Mars energy. Is this truly harmonious and balanced for all involved? Is this fair? Is this just? Okay? Because Libra is all about being fair. However, the shadow aspect of Libra is appeasing all parties, and so there can be a little bit of two-faced energy because you just say whatever people want to hear, and that's not always a good thing, okay? So is it fair? Is it just? Should I just pause and wait and see what happens? Trust me, if the more that you can pause and the less reactive you can be in this moment, allow for the pieces of the puzzle to be laid out for you. Then you can get a full, clear picture of what direction that you need to go in. Now, Pluto is still in that trine with Uranus. I was about to say So there is some Tower energy, okay? We can feel that. I'm sure you all can feel that things just don't feel stable. Hold on, okay? Hold on. So, let's see. Give me one card for the energy for today, please. Give me one card for the energy for today, please. Give me one card for the energy for today. So, this don't feel good, okay? Keep focused on the direction that you're going in, okay? And there could be some things that are brought to light as far as doing some sneaky things. Maybe this is like my stealing, taking what's not yours. But it can also be running to the future and looking to the past, okay? So continue doing the work. Continue being focused on you. Now, we are in the times that any of this energy is going to be exposed, okay? We are in divine karmic retribution. We have literally 2 more days before Saturn retrogrades back into Pisces, okay? So when that happens, if you are not truly in line with the divine, if you are not truly living in integrity, things are going to be clipped out, specifically as we get closer to this Pisces lunar eclipse, okay? So if it feels like things are a little unstable, if it feels like things are just not quite moving forward, there may be a reason. Ask to see what you may not be able to see, but also be willing to accept the truth when it shows up, okay? Now, continue doing the work. Continue focusing on your own abundance. Continue focusing on your own healing. Continue focusing on growing your own spiritual bank, okay? Continue doing that. The more that you can keep the focus on you, the easier it's going to be to see when things are not truly aligned. But you have to also remember to ask the divine, what do I need to see? What do I need to know? Ask for divine confirmation too. And be specific about the signs that you need, okay? I share this often and I'm going to share it again. I literally, and I've done this multiple times, okay? I will say, I feel XYZ. And to confirm that, something major will happen. I had a tree fall on my house 15 minutes after I said, I feel XYZ. Boom, a tree falls. I was like, well, there's my sign. You know, I feel this person, da-da-da-da-da. Boom, tower happens. I feel this person is, one time, I feel this person is using their power to go against what the divine's laying. And literally, I said, God, I need your help. Literally, the person couldn't talk. Their voice was taken. So, ask for specific signs, okay? Because it could show up a little disruptive, okay? Just remember your power. Remember that the Most High has your back. And be mindful of this fire energy. Be mindful of this Mercury. Because this Mercury's going to want to pew pew with those words, okay? And I'm hoping we don't see any pew pew or any ships. However, it's in the astrology. It's possible, okay? I love you guys. I hope these messages find you well. And I'll see you tomorrow for another update. Bye.